I'm really excited to share with you guys what I've just finished. Is my first restoration project. And this restoration project definitely came as a necessity, but nonetheless, it was a ton of fun, and I'm really excited to share it with you. Here it is, a 1988 Harbor Freight 4x6-inch horizontal vertical bandsaw. The reason I say this is out of necessity is because I'm in the process of building my fabrication machine shop, or at least acquiring all of the tools. I was able to snag this thing for $25 because it was completely covered in rust and it had a very questionable motor. For me, it was totally worth it because I know how these bandsaws work, and just the components that I needed, there's absolutely no way I could have made them or purchased them for less than 25 bucks. So just the pulley and the worm drive, the vise, all of that stuff, it didn't matter to me if it had a motor or not. I wanted to fix it up. So here it is. I've never done it before. I was able to just snap some videos as I was going about doing it. I really hope you like it. If you do, hit the subscribe button, thumbs up, and that notification, because I will probably be doing more restorations because I can't buy nice things, and this is really a lot of fun. So let me know if you enjoy it, leave me a comment, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. So it's time to dive in. Not really sure what to expect. We'll just see what happens. I also don't really have a plan of how I'm going to go about this, so. Show you what I'm seeing for the first time. I've got to say, I'm pleased. That's not really what I was expecting to open up to. Everything here is pretty, and yeah, there's rust, but it doesn't look like it's rusted shut. I know it spins. Let's see if I can try to show you with this view here. I know that it spins. I'm going to turn it around real quick. This is the pulley. It spins, and I don't feel nicks, nothing like that. So far, as far as the mechanics on this, I definitely got my $25 worth, so happy so far. This actually spins. I thought this was frozen, but it has actually loosened up just fine. I was expecting to have to replace some bearings in this thing, but I'm pretty sure that's a bushing, and it looks fine. Didn't feel like there was a lot of play on there. I'll see once we clean it up, but doesn't look too bad to me. Once I open up this gearbox or drive, whatever you want to call it, see if there's any issues with that. My expectations, my suspicion is everything's going to be really pretty good in there. I've ran into exactly 0 frozen screws or nuts so far. A little bit of surface rust, but that's about it. I think this might be a little bit better. My expectations for the motors are getting higher and higher, so we'll see. This might have been a home run. Ha! Famous last words. Here I am.
Foreshadowing.
Well, I don't know if you can see the smoke coming out of the motor, but I think we have our answer on if this is going to work or not. Maybe those high expectations were a bit unfounded. I probably should have sanded that shaft before I drove it through the other side. Hopefully I didn't screw anything up, but I'm going to sand it now. That's it. Yep. Another spacer. Oh, I gotta remember the difference. Another space. There's your clamp mechanism. Acme threads. Bolt pattern. Well, not even bolt pattern, it's the bolt. Well, that actually wasn't too bad. Probably took less than an hour. That's it. That's basically everything. Get it cleaned up, take a close look. Well, these are all the parts that I just took out of the soak. I had them in for about 24 hours. I didn't have anything at hand other than a 2-liter of Coca-Cola that did not get used for the party we just had. So I put that in a cooler and dumped the cola all over it. This is the spot that wasn't submerged, and this was. I mean, it's just, and this has not been touched by anything at all. Now I'm going to wash these in a soapy water bath. I'm going to pour it into a different container, get a wire brush, see what happens. I do not think this is worth my time. Let's see if we can speed this up a little bit. Here we are, another Harbor Freight special. Little parts. I'm gonna take this wire wheel on a bench grinder. If this doesn't work, I have another smaller wire wheel I can throw in the drill press and get into these little nooks and crannies. Well, we got most of the bigger small components done on this wheel down here, and now we're gonna throw this bad boy on the new drill press. Here is the next progression. There's the base of the saw, and here is how I plan on seeing if the grease will come off. See how it goes. Working pretty well. Pressure washing went great. Most of the grease is off. Now I'm going to take the bare parts, this is the bottom side of the clamp, the vise, or whatever it is. I'm going to clean these up with a wire brush, and then we're going to paint them. This worked out, yeah, real well. A few more to go. The wire wheel on the angle grinder worked fantastic to clean this up. I didn't go too in depth. Just kind of wanted to get the surface rust off, and then these are now back to bare metal. And you can see where it came from. It's pretty rusty. Here are the little components that have been at least briefly brushed all of the rust off. They're going to get a quick coat of black paint. And hopefully this Rust-Oleum works, because the stuff is still rusty. Well, here is the final product of the spray painted components. These are just the red ones. I went for just things that are going to move, handles, adjustment knobs. Black is just basically hardware. We'll see how it turns out. Next is putting the bases up here and painting them gray. One quick tip that I did want to say is, if you're spray painting stuff like this, where you're laying it out like in this style, where you're laying it out and you're going to spray paint both sides, make sure that you spray the side that is not going to be seen first. So basically like the ugly side, so you can flip it over. When you flip it over, a lot of times it's going to stick and peel and not look that good. So just to kind of mitigate that, try to paint the side that is not going to be seen first, so you can paint the pretty side last. So this is as far as I was able to get. Everything is back together, and this is a fully functioning bandsaw with a brand new blade. But the reason you see here it doesn't have a motor is because, like I said, this was a restoration out of necessity. And while I was doing this, I came across a much larger bandsaw for a phenomenal price that I had to snag up. So for the time being, this is just a fun project. I would love to get it going, but I have way too many things that are just demanding my time a little bit more. But I can very much assure you, this is a fully functioning, fully restored 30-year-old bandsaw that easily has at least 30 more years. So, well guys, I really hope you enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun. If you did and you're not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, hit that thumbs up and the notification so that you know every time I get a new video out.